Woo! Hey everybody,
Right.
We're here with another episode of AFC Northerners. It's our jersey exchange with the Browns-Bengals game, and we are here at Rocco's Tavern. I'm Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, repping the Bengals.
Dave Green, sad Browns guy today.
Sad Browns guy. So go ahead, let's
get the business
taken care of. Yeah. So, and he was kind enough, I want to point out, to bring me an Ozzie Newsome jersey. So this is the
so you can see it.
This is the jersey that the Steeler or Ravens guys never get.
Yep.
So there
Never
you go.
get that one.
There you go. So
I like to flaunt it and taunt it at them.
and so we're going to treat it with the respect that it deserves and fold it up. So, so we won't spend a whole lot of time recapping the Browns-Bengals game. We both put up post-game recaps, which actually echoed a lot of the same opinions. We'll touch on little things, but one of the things the Bengals are going to have to do differently this week is they're going to have to play better than they did last week because we got a lot of help from the Browns. I'm happy with the win, not complaining, but some key penalties really stopped drives from them. I did not agree with the personal foul penalty that set up our... Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game.
It wasn't a game changer.
No.
It just continued to emphasize our ineptitude to get the job done. Peppers being aggressive there, making the hit that anybody in the NFL, on my team, on your team, or any of the other AFC North teams or across the league would appreciate. It was just solid football, and the ref shoved his head in his ass. It's not a game changer. We did that on our own.
No. We would have scored a field goal there if we hadn't scored a touchdown. And in any case, we would have gotten the second score. It's a penalty that I wouldn't have wanted to see called on us. The player comes in at the chest with the helmet. It does slide up and end at the chin, but the initial hit is to the chest. And they called defenseless receiver, but he had completed 2 steps and was about to start his third. So he's not defenseless. It wasn't in the act of catching, and they didn't call helmet to helmet, which it wasn't. So it was one of those penalties I didn't really agree with. I would have been very upset had I Loca or Minter or Burfict. Burfict would have been thrown out of the game.
Burfict would have been tossed, so would Pac-Man Jones. They would have gotten 2-game suspensions, da-da-da-da-da.
So I didn't like the call personally, but just going over some of the stuff, we have to finish our drives better. I covered a lot of this in the last episode, so feel free to watch the post-game recap, and Dave did a post-game recap as well. So coming into this week, obviously it's the Steeler week for us. Who are you guys playing?
We have San Diego.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's not San Diego. It's
Los Angeles. Hey. So
they don't belong in LA. They should still be in San Diego, as far as I'm concerned.
And I agree. Believe me, the fans agree too, because if they don't get a big turnout it's in Carson, California, the Home Depot Center. If they don't get a big turnout from the visiting team, they don't sell out that stadium, and it's only like 27,000 seats. So that tells you the lack of support that the Chargers are having, albeit they're having a pretty good year. So I'll preview quickly the Steeler game coming up. Obviously, it's a Monday night game. We've had our issues with the Steelers over the years. The last time we beat the Steelers was in 2015. That was at Heinz Field. The last time we won at Paul Brown Stadium was 2013.
Oh, wow.
And ironically, it was a Monday night game.
Really?
So I don't know, what
maybe
we're
a
at.
little superstition going on.
Maybe. I mean, typically we don't play well in prime time. We don't have a great prime time record. So I'm kind of, like I said at the end of the last video, I'm very hesitant to get excited about this team. This is a game we absolutely have to win, and it's for a couple reasons. Number one, obviously, we'd love to beat the Steelers, and we need to win, but we can afford maybe one more loss, okay? And it can't be to an AFC team. We already only have 2 AFC games left, okay? We have the Ravens and we have the Steeler game. We've already lost 5 AFC games. One of the tiebreakers is division record, so we can't afford to lose a divisional game. The other tiebreaker is conference record. The Ravens, who most likely we're looking at in terms of tiebreaker, we can beat them in the last week of the season, okay?
They're very beatable.
But I was saying we have an opportunity to beat them. If they lose to the Steelers, that will be a 4-2 record. if we won this game and we won the last week of the season, we would also have a 4-2 record. We would have split the head-to-heads, and it's going to go to stuff like conference record. So right now, the Ravens only have 3 AFC losses. We have 5. We cannot afford another AFC loss. So that's where this game plays in many different things. Not just do we need to win, but we need the AFC victory. We need the divisional victory. So that's why this is a must-win game for us. It really is. We could afford a loss to either Minnesota or Detroit or Chicago, but neither of the AFC teams if we're going to make a playoff game and have it. So that's where this plays in really good. My concerns with the Bengals are quality of wins. I'm going to take kind of a college football approach to this. We've beaten the Browns twice. We beat Indianapolis. We beat, we have one more win there. I'm trying to think of it. Denver.
Denver.
Okay, and Buffalo. So we really only have, if you're talking quality of win, we really only have Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's really, so it's hard for me. I'm trying to get excited. I'm trying to really think that this team's going to win, but we haven't beaten a quality opponent like the Steelers yet. And that's what would happen Monday night. We have to make a statement. We have to deliver. We cannot do what we did against Denver, what we've done against the Browns, settling for field goals, not playing timely football, or as I've always said, situational football. I think one of the commenters talked about discipline. We have to be disciplined. We cannot do those things, or we're not going to pull off a victory Monday night.
That style of play against the Browns that you guys had will not fly against Pittsburgh. The referees won't give those calls to you.
Right.
And Pittsburgh is just a legitimately decent team.
Right.
And I'm probably going to get grilled for calling them legitimately decent. But that's what they are.
No.
They haven't really shown anything to me to say, hey, wow, that's a Super Bowl contender. But you guys can't play like that.
No.
If you guys do, you're gonna lose.
Right. And then we can't afford to lose. If we lose this week, we're pretty much toast, because we'll have lost our tiebreakers and we'll literally need a meltdown. We're going to need help, and I don't like to sit there, assuming we're going to make the playoffs because we're going to get help. So this is it. We need to come through. We need to play well this Monday. So that's us. What do we got with the Browns?
Oh boy, the Brownies. So I said in the video, my instant game reaction video, I would talk about special teams. And special teams, we were a complete disaster. Our field goal unit team is not good at all. The guy is very, very inconsistent, and that hurts. We had a chance, I think, against Cincinnati, and that guy missed a couple. And we can't have that and expect to win. Colquitt looks good pretty much most of the time, but then he goes out because he's trying to make a tackle, and we got to put Gonzalez in there to do punts, and he's 10 yards, 15 yards.
Not his fault. We don't know the last time he actually punted a football.
Very true. But I can relay that into going against the Chargers. San Diego hasn't scored a touchdown on their opening drive. So what we got to do when we come out here is win the coin toss.
Jump on them early.
And jump on them.
Right.
And if we can do that, we actually, I think, have a chance. Their two big guys are Hunter Henry and Keenan Allen. And I think we can stop one of those guys. I don't think we're going to be able to stop the other. Watch for Keenan Allen to get stopped, because I think McCourty and Peppers are going to shadow him and cover him pretty decently. It's Hunter Henry that we have trouble with. It's the tight end position, especially coming across the middle of the field with our linebackers.
And you called it. You said Croft would have a touchdown, and Croft had a touchdown. So.
We're just soft against the tight end.
Yeah.
And I think that we got to get that locked down. I think if we do lock it down, watch for Eckler to come out the backfield with some bubble passes, screens, some flips, little plays like that, just to get the offensive moving. I think the key for our success, and when you look at their defense, it's number 54, it's Ingram. But the guy who allows Ingram to do what he does is Bosa. They're gonna stunt Bosa at that line of scrimmage to hopefully free up Ingram, which he's gonna come off that right side, and they're gonna test Coleman. They're gonna flip him to the left side so they can test Drango. Drango did not look all that great in the game that we played, and they're good coaches. That's why they're coaches. They're going to invest the time, and they're going to look at that. Peppers and punting, punt returning, I think it's got to be done with. If we're willing to go with days on the kickoff returns, let's go with days on the punt returns. Let's let Peppers actually focus on what he's supposed to be doing, and that's playing safety in the NFL. We're confusing him, and he's a young guy, and I think that that's just too much responsibility for him. I think that's pretty much all I got
All right,
here.
well, let's do game predictions. I'm going to be optimistic. We've got an offensive lineman for the Steelers that's out. Like I said, our last win at Paul Brown Stadium was a Monday night in 2013. I think we grabbed that magic. This team is literally in playoff mode right now. Our playoffs start this Monday night. This is a must-win game. I'm going to say Bengals 23, Steelers 16, and they feed off the crowd, and we pull out the victory. That's what my heart says. So 23-16, Bengals win Monday night. What's your game prediction?
We were rolling through a 0-16 season last year, and we came out here and we played the Chargers, and we got that W. I think that happens again this week. Watch for Kaiser to at least toss one touchdown. He's going to toss for 250 yards. Browns are winning 23-16.
Awesome. Well, we are pulling for you because the Chargers are right in that gaggle of 5 and 6 teams right now, and I don't know what their conference record is. I haven't looked at it. By the way, the tiebreakers all change if you have 3 teams, if you have 4 teams.
Yeah.
So but you know the conference record's one of them, so that's why this is such a big deal. We cannot afford to lose this game. Some quick shout outs. Hey, we switched spots in the room here. We're still in the back room at Rocco's Tavern. This is a beautiful bar behind us where you guys can have private parties. So, like the beat writers for Cincinnati.com have been giving you their updates from different spots at Paul Brown Stadium, we thought we'd do something similar to that and give you a different spot today from Rocco's. So, and Rocco's Tavern, they've got locations near USC, UCLA, Culver City, Studio City. We're at the Studio City location here. Great place to take in a game. Football, baseball, anything. It's a fabulous sports bar, great food, great vibe. What other shout outs do we have?
You guys check out New Football Podcast. That guy is amazing. He actually does rankings every week, and he's very consistent and very fair with that. So New Football Podcast, check him out. Okay.
Also, we have my brother from another mother, Ace Boogie, New Stripe City. He does a great show. Also, Daddy-O at Cincinnati, I think on Twitter, and D&H Sports on YouTube. Check him out. He does a very cool Bengals show. And then we have the shirt.
We have check out
Superfanstyle.com.
I struggle with it bad. But it's AFC North 20. If you punch that in, you're going to get 20% off whatever purchase you guys make.
So there you go. All right. Well, we will. Anything else? I think we're all good. Okay.
Good.
We will sign off. I will sign off. I forgot in my post game, but I won't forget now. I will sign off as I will throughout the rest of the season until Marvin Lewis is gone with fuck Marvin Lewis.
And we've got San Diego, and I've been signing off with fuck the next team, so it's fuck San Diego, baby.
There you go.
Brownies.
All right. Have a good week, everybody. We'll have our post-game comments up after
Absolutely.
the game.
Right after the game.
After the games this week. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye.